Okay, welcome to our latest explainer. Today we're diving into a truly unbelievable story about how the deepest secrets of the universe literally crash straight through the ceiling of a suburban home. We're going to unpack an incredible series of events that transformed an ordinary, everyday bedroom into ground zero for one of the most exciting astrobiology discoveries of the decade. I mean, just imagine you're hanging out in your house on a regular Tuesday afternoon, and suddenly you experience exactly what this homeowner did. Out of nowhere, there's a loud crash, a gaping hole in your ceiling, a strong sulfur odor filling the room, and mysterious black fragments and dust completely covering your bed. It's the ultimate jarring contrast, right? The mundane, quiet safety of a master bedroom violently interrupted by a cosmic impact from billions of miles away.
Now, what's really wild is that New Jersey has actually become a bit of a cosmic target lately. Back in May 2023, a 2.5-pound H6 chondrite meteorite hit a home in Hopewell, New Jersey. It was warm to the touch and mostly metamorphosized. But jump to July 2024, just over a year later, and the Hillsborough Meteorite hits. This one is an entirely different beast. It has a rare CM1/2 classification, it came with that distinct sulfur smell and black dust, and most importantly, it was preserved in absolutely pristine condition.
Part 1. Crash landing in New Jersey.
Let's trace how this specific July afternoon unfolded, because the journey of this rock, which by the way was about the size of a heavy airline carry-on bag, is just staggering. So at 0 seconds, it enters Earth's atmosphere, traveling at an astonishing 32,000 miles per hour. Just seconds later, it passes south of the Statue of Liberty and unleashes a sonic boom that literally shakes New York City. As it burns and starts breaking apart, a Doppler weather radar over at Newark Airport detects this long cloud of falling pebbles. And then, in the final minute, the largest fragment of that cosmic debris cloud crashes right into our Hillsborough homeowner's bedroom. Part 2. A cosmic crime scene. Almost immediately, this event shifted from a terrifying home emergency into a meticulous forensic investigation. You see, the scientific value of a meteorite drops incredibly fast once it gets contaminated by Earth's environment. But the Hillsborough homeowner acted with brilliant, split-second thinking. Acting basically as a cosmic crime scene investigator, he threw on disposable gloves, carefully wrapped the fragile fragments in aluminum foil, and sealed them tightly in glass jars. He preserved the scene perfectly.
And to understand why those gloves and jars matter so much, we just have to look back at that 2023 Hopewell crash. After that impact, a resident named Susie Kopp noted, "I did touch the thing because it was a random rock, and it was warm." Which, honestly, is totally fair. That's a natural human instinct. But because she picked it up, emergency responders actually had to come in and run radiation scans on the residents just to be safe. By contrast, the Hillsborough isolation method ensured zero contamination.
Part 3. Classifying the rare specimen.
So, the crucial turning point is what happened when scientists at NASA and the SETI Institute finally got their hands on these perfectly preserved jars in the lab. They identified the rock as a CM1/2 carbonaceous chondrite. Now, without getting bogged down in the heavy jargon, what you really need to know is that this is an incredibly rare, primitive type of meteorite. It's been extensively altered by water on its parent asteroid, meaning it acts as an uncontaminated time capsule straight from the dawn of our early solar system.
And just to put into perspective how extraordinary this is, out of all the billions of rocks floating around in space, and out of all the meteorites that have ever struck our planet, the Hillsborough crash is only the second witnessed fall of a CM1/2 carbonaceous chondrite in all of recorded human history. It's essentially a scientific lottery ticket.
Part 4. Finding alien world chemistry. Because when you crack open a pristine 4.5 billion-year-old time capsule, you find exactly that, alien world chemistry. The contents of this rock are just mind-blowing. Scientists found evidence of evaporated salty brines, alongside a hefty 1.8% carbon and 0.07% nitrogen. But the real showstoppers here are the complex organic molecules, specifically carboxylic acids and amino acids. These are literally the prebiotic ingredients required to jumpstart life, and they were locked inside a rock that has been drifting through the freezing vacuum of space since before Earth even existed.
So how did those organic molecules actually get in there? Well, researchers figured out that this specific fragment came from near the surface of a primitive asteroid. On that parent asteroid, liquid water evaporated, leaving behind highly concentrated salty brines. And it was these exact briny fluids that catalyzed complex chemical reactions with the asteroid's raw organic materials, forging these advanced chemical structures.
It is completely fascinating chemistry for sure, but it begs a pretty huge question. What do these salty, ancient space rocks have to do with us? Why are evolutionary biologists just as hyped about this New Jersey bedroom crash as the astronomers are?
Part 5. The Origins of Life. Okay, let's dive into the ultimate twist in our cosmic detective story. Because this isn't just a story about rocks. It's about the profound implications for the origins of life on Earth itself. NASA astrobiologist Danny Glavin and his team drew a stunning conclusion from this meteorite. They suggest that primitive CM-type bodies, just like the one that crashed in Hillsborough, may have actively contributed to what they call the prebiotic organic inventory of our early planet. In other words, the very building blocks that made life on Earth possible might have literally fallen from the sky, delivered over time by ancient bombardments of these exact types of asteroids.
And when we directly map this alien chemistry to our own biology, the connection is pretty unbelievable. The Hillsborough Meteorite contains organometallic compounds. That's the exact same class of compounds found functioning inside human blood right now, which are totally vital for basic biology and photosynthesis. The rock also contains amino acids, which are present in literally all known life. They are the fundamental building blocks of our existence, just sitting right there in a rock that crashed through a ceiling in modern-day New Jersey.
Denton Ebel, a curator at the American Museum of Natural History, where fragments of this meteorite are going to be kept, summed it up perfectly. He said, "We are thrilled that nature delivered such a precious asteroid sample on our doorstep." When you think about it, it's a matter of sheer astronomical luck that this fragile, scientifically priceless artifact didn't burn up, didn't sink to the bottom of the ocean, but landed exactly where a quick-thinking homeowner could preserve it for science.
Which leaves us with a final thought that is honestly as humbling as it is magnificent. If a random rock crashing through a New Jersey roof still securely holds the complex ingredients for life, did our own biological origins arrive via a very similar violent cosmic delivery billions of years ago? Are we, in the most literal sense, made of falling stars? Definitely something to think about the next time you look up at the night sky. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep your curiosity alive.